In the vast shepherd's field, David watches his flock, his flute resting gently in his hands. A simple melody dances from his flute, filling the air with a peaceful tune. David's eyes sweep across the horizon, a quiet confidence radiating from him. The Israelite camp pulses with fear as soldiers huddle together, their faces etched with worry. Goliath, a giant among men, strides confidently, his booming voice challenging the Israelites. His voice echoes through the valley, taunting the Israelite army and demanding a champion. King Saul, burdened by despair, watches helplessly, his crown heavy on his head. Fear grips the hearts of the Israelites as Goliath's challenge hangs in the air. Goliath's shadow looms large, a symbol of the Israelites' impending doom. Saul's eyes reflect the desperation of his people as he searches for a glimmer of hope. The Israelite soldiers stand frozen, their courage replaced by overwhelming dread. Goliath's laughter rings out, mocking the silence of the fearful Israelites. Saul's helplessness deepens, his kingdom teetering on the brink of destruction. The Israelite army cowers, their weapons useless against the giant before them. Goliath's arrogance fills the air, daring any Israelite to defy him. Saul's despair becomes a heavy shroud, suffocating the last vestiges of hope. The Israelite soldiers huddle closer, seeking comfort in their shared fear. Goliath's challenge echoes unanswered, the silence amplifying the Israelites' terror. Saul's kingdom trembles, its fate hanging precariously in the balance. The Israelite army remains paralyzed, their courage extinguished by Goliath's imposing presence. Goliath's mockery intensifies, driving the Israelites deeper into the abyss of despair. Saul's spirit crumbles, his reign threatened by the giant's unwavering defiance. The Israelite soldiers cower, their hope fading with each passing moment. David arrives at the Israelite camp, his youthful face set with determination. The sounds of nervous chatter mix with the ominous beat of war drums. Goliath's booming challenge echoes across the valley, igniting indignation in David. Driven by righteous anger, David moves purposefully through the crowded camp. He seeks out King Saul, his small frame radiating bravery. David bravely volunteers to fight the giant, his voice ringing with conviction. Saul, weighed down by armor and worry, eyes David with skepticism. Saul's eyes are filled with doubt. David's unwavering faith and burning eyes begin to impress Saul. Saul begins to look at David with respect. In the valley of Elah, David and Goliath confront each other, a stark contrast in size and armament. Goliath, a giant of a man, clad in armor, looms over the battlefield, armed with a massive sword and shield. David, a boy in stature, stands defiant with only a simple sling and a handful of stones. Goliath's booming voice shatters the tense silence. Is this the best Israel can send? A boy? He roars with contempt. I will feed your flesh to the birds of the air and the beasts of the field. In the valley of Elah, David's voice resonates with unwavering resolve as he confronts Goliath. David declares, I come to you in the name of the Lord. With swift, practiced motions, David prepares his sling, ready to strike. The sling whirls, a blur of motion as David unleashes his deadly shot. The stone hurtles through the air, an instrument of divine will. The stone finds its mark, striking Goliath squarely in the forehead with fatal precision. David sprints toward the fallen giant, determination etched on his face. He seizes Goliath's massive sword, the weight of it evident in his grip. With a surge of strength, David raises the sword high above his head. The blade descends swiftly, a flash of steel against the setting sun. Goliath's head is severed, tumbling to the ground with a heavy thud. A triumphant roar erupts from the Israelite ranks, shaking the very ground. The Philistine army breaks, their battle lines dissolving into a chaotic rout. David stands tall, the giant's sword in his hand, His face radiates with the glow of victory. The sun sets, casting long shadows across the valley of Elah. The Israelites surge forward, reclaiming the battlefield in a wave of jubilation. The Philistines scatter, their armor clattering as they flee. David raises the sword again, a beacon of hope against the darkening sky. The cheers grow louder, echoing through the valley. The Israelites celebrate their newfound freedom. David looks at the sword in his hand, a symbol of his faith. He raises his eyes to the heavens, a silent prayer of gratitude. The valley of Elah transforms from a battlefield to a scene of liberation.